welcome back to What's on My Plate. So for tonight I'm making mac and cheese. It could be a main dish or a side dish. It's absolutely delicious. You're going to love it. So let's get started. Okay, so I have shredded my cheese. This is 2 cups of Gouda. This is 2 cups of cheddar. And this is 2 cups of Gruyère. So I used the blocked cheese and I shredded it myself. So we're going to get to the next step. Okay, so now that all my cheeses are shredded, I'm going to cook this pasta. It's called Cavatappi. This is the pasta I like to use for my mac and cheese. You can go ahead and use this pasta or maybe the elbows if you like. But this is the one I'm going to cook. So the next step right now is to start cooking this. According to package directions, I'm cooking it for 10 minutes. I'm going to drain the pasta and set it aside, and I'm going to cook my cream sauce. That's the next step. So the pasta and the cream sauce should be done approximately the same time, and then it's all going to come together quickly. So we'll get to the next step. Okay, so my pasta's boiling over here, and I have my butter. I'm turning on the stove, and I'm going to melt the butter. It's 1/3 cups of butter, and we need 1/3 cup of flour, and that would be the next step. So let's get this butter melted, and then we'll get our flour ready. Okay, so now that the butter has melted, I'm going to go ahead and add my flour. Lower the heat a little bit. Just keep whisking until all the flour is absorbed into the butter. Okay. And the next thing after this would be to add 2 cups of milk. Okay, so now that my 2 cups of milk are mixed in, I'm going to start adding my light cream. I'm going to mix this in. And as it's cooking on low heat, you see how it just starts getting thick. So we're just going to add all this in. We're going to just stir it up so it's all blended. And that's just going to be a few minutes. Okay, so now my pasta was done, and I have drained it and I have set it aside. And this is just going to cook for about another minute or so, and then we'll get to the next step. Okay, so now that the cream sauce here has thickened up, it thickens up when you keep it on a low heat and you just constantly stir. I'm going to add about an 1/8 teaspoon of pepper in here and about an 1/8 teaspoon of salt. I don't want to use that much salt because the cheeses have so much salt. I also salted the pasta water. So now the next step is to start adding our cheeses. So there's 6 cups of cheese altogether. I'm going to add a cup of each of the cheese in here, and I'm going to start melting it. Okay, so now I'm going to add my 1 cup of shredded cheddar cheese. We're going to blend this inside here, and I still have it on a low heat, and then we're just going to mix it and stir it in until it kind of like starts melting away into the cream here. And then what we're going to do after that is we're going to add our other cheese. So here's 1 cup of Gouda. So I'm going to add the Gouda in, and we're going to stir this in as well on a low heat. See how thick and creamy this is? Okay, and then, well, look at that. And then I'm going to add 1 cup of Gruyère and 1 cup of Gruyère. So I'm adding 3 cups of cheese in here. I'm going to stir it till it's all melted, and then I'm going to take this sauce and I'm going to pour it over my pasta. And I'm going to get, I got the disposable baking trays, so it's easier cleanup. So I'm going to go ahead and grease the inside of my disposable baking sheet, and then I'm going to pour all of my pasta in there. So let this go for like a minute now that all the cheese is melted in there, and then we're going to start putting it all together. It's delicious. Okay, so my creamy cheese sauce is all done. Look how good that looks. So now we're going to take this and add it right to the pasta. That's the next step. Okay, so there's my pasta. It's completed. And here is my sauce. Just going to dump all of this right inside the pasta. Okay, get every bit. This is going to be a creamy, cheesy mac and cheese, and it's going to be absolutely delicious. Okay, so we're going to get all this here inside the pasta. Okay, and then we're going to mix it all up. We're going to mix it all up together. I don't know if you could see it. Okay, try to get every piece of pasta blended in this delicious creamy sauce. Okay, so once it's done and it's blended well, we're going to go ahead and add it to our baking tray. Look how good that looks. Okay, so in my disposable tray, I'm going to start adding my pasta in here with the cream sauce. So we're going to try to just do a little single layer of the pasta. This way we can add the other remaining cheese on top. So there's my pasta in here. Okay, and then I'm going to start adding the rest of the 3 cups of cheese that I have. So I'm going to do a half a cup of the Gouda, a half a cup of the Gruyère, and a half a cup of the cheddar. Then we add the rest of our pasta on top. And then we're going to add the rest of the pasta on top. Get it all in here. Okay. And then spread this around. Okay, to every corner. And this is a deep tray. I got a really deep tray. And then just start adding the rest of your cheese. So Gruyère all over. Okay. Gouda. I love Gouda. I really do love this cheese. Okay. And then my cheddar. So this is sharp, extra sharp cheddar. I don't know if I had said that. So just blend it all on top, put it there, and of course I add my paprika on top. Always add paprika on top. Besides it gives a lot of flavor if you're marinating a piece of meat or something. It gives your dish flavor, and it also just brings this like, it makes it like more crispy and just so nice. So add your paprika on top, and this is smoked paprika. Just sprinkle it all over the top. It's going to give your dish flavor. And then we're just going to cover this, bake this in the oven for about 25 minutes on 375 degrees. And when it's done, I will show you. I'll give you a close-up. There it is. It's not baked yet, but so this is my creamy mac and cheese. Thank you so much for watching what's on my plate. For those of you who have not subscribed, please subscribe, hit that like button, and hit the notification button so every time I put something up, you know, it notifies you. And thank you to all my subscribers.
Okay, enjoy. Okay, so I'm going to cover my mac and cheese with foil. It's going to go in the oven at 375 degrees for 25 minutes. After the 25 minutes, I'm going to remove the foil and let it bake in the oven for 5 more minutes just so it can get some color on top. Okay, so now my mac and cheese is out of the oven. It smells delicious. I'm going to plate it and then I will show you. But just keep in mind, this is a meal all on its own. But you can also have this as your side dish. So I'm going to plate it and then I'll show you. Okay, so here it is. I'm scooping it out. Look at all that cheese. Okay. Look how good that looks. Thank you so much for watching what's on my plate.